Imagine a construction project worth trillions of rupiahs, with the potential to transform the face of a city, but halted midway. From Doha to Pyongyang, this is the tale of ambitious projects that remain unfulfilled dreams. In the era of mega projects that are sophisticated and futuristic, not all stories end in success. Some stumble over obstacles, reach dead ends, and even turn into ghost towns, leaving more questions than answers about what happened behind the scenes of these ambitious failed projects. In Qatar's capital, Doha, there was a plan for a major project with a budget of $12 billion. This project, named Shark Crossing, consisted of a 12-kilometer-long series of tunnels and bridges connecting Hamad International Airport, Qatar Cultural Village, and the Daphne West Bay Business District. The project included 3 bridges interconnected by underwater tunnels, aimed to support the grand celebration of the 2022 World Cup. Shark Crossing was expected to handle 6,000 vehicles per hour and offer several aids to passengers in Corniche. The construction was planned to start in 2015 and finish in 2021. However, trouble began midway. Arabian Business reported that the project was postponed. According to the report, Qatar had announced the construction of various infrastructures including roads, stadiums, airports, ports, housing, and retail in preparation for the international tournament, all of which cost about $140 billion. At the same time, the world oil prices were plummeting. Doha News reported that with the ballooning construction costs coupled with financial issues, Qatar eventually decided to postpone or cancel non-essential constructions. Shark Crossing might have been included in that list. Tianjin, China, faced a similar issue due to a severe recession. In 2010, they halted the construction of Golden Finance 117, a skyscraper that began construction in 2008 and was scheduled to finish in 2014. After a delay, construction resumed in 2011, with an estimated completion in 2018 to 2019. It was delayed again in 2015, and by 2019, the building was still unfinished. Yet, it was planned to be completed by 2022. This building, with a design resembling a stick, was planned to become the world's tallest flat-roofed building. By 2015, it had reached 128 floors with an overall height of 600 meters. That's incredibly tall, isn't it? Actually, this project is a business complex, including several other buildings for office and commercial use, as well as a high-speed train linking Ujiapu with Beijing. Half finished, this project has already consumed funds of $30 billion. There's no sign the project will resume. Instead, some floors are abandoned and only used by high-rise climbers. China has indeed planned several mega projects, though not all have been completed. One of their major projects in Shijiazhuang, Hebei province, turned into a ghost town. This giant real estate project covers an area of about 1,800 hectares, intended for housing, shopping areas, parks, playgrounds, shops, and restaurants. It was considered a promising investment that would support the tourism, culture, and real estate sectors. However, the opposite happened. In 2014, the Hebei Real Estate Development Group Company, LOTD, was investigated by the authorities for suspected corruption activities among its top officials. Since then, house prices have plummeted, and the company has incurred significant debt. The project was seized by the authorities. Tens of thousands of homeowners who had already purchased apartments were not allowed to move in, and many buildings were left unused. The development was halted, turning this half-finished real estate area into the largest ghost town in China, perhaps even in the world, adding to the number of ghost towns in the country. Unfinished projects, many abandoned in vain. But in Barcelona, a major project, although not completed, attracts many visitors. This is because the project is indeed special. The Sagrada Familia, or fully the Basilica de la Sagrada Familia, is a Roman Catholic church whose construction began in 1882 and was only a quarter complete by 1926. Its construction has been very slow due to many factors, one being funding issues that relied on private donations. Moreover, the outbreak of the Spanish Civil War saw several buildings destroyed by Catalan anarchist fighters in the 1930s, and the continuation of construction was disrupted in the 1950s. Construction resumed in 2010, but has been intermittent. The plan, however, is for everything to be completed by 2026. This project has become the oldest construction project in the world and the project with the longest completion time in the world. Valued by Catholics, with a strong cultural nuance and serving as a historical witness, this masterpiece has become the most visited tourist destination in Barcelona. The Rugang Hotel project in North Korea is a towering testament to ambition that stumbled upon economic hardship and uncertainty, leaving it an iconic silhouette against Pyongyang's skyline. Known as the 105 building for its number of floors, this pyramid-shaped skyscraper spans an area of 360,000 square meters. Initiated in 1987, the construction came to a halt in 1992 amidst an economic crisis following the collapse of the Soviet Union. Attempts to resume in 2008 were again met with stops and starts, with funding issues cited by sources such as the Los Angeles Times and questions about materials and energy from ABC News. This building, repeatedly abandoned due to rumors, problems, and an unclear future, earned nicknames like the world's worst building, the Doomsday Hotel, and the Ghost Hotel. Despite plans to open in 2013, it remains unfinished and empty, a towering beacon of unfulfilled potential in an otherwise quiet city. The San Francisco Shipyard project, valued at $8 billion, envisioned transforming a former nuclear test site into a vibrant mixed-use area with shops, residential spaces, bars, restaurants, parks, and entertainment venues, all overlooking the sea. However, the discovery of remaining contamination sparked protests from the surrounding community and led to government restrictions on development in affected areas. Despite partial occupancy in other sections, the shadow of radiation fears has dampened enthusiasm for visiting, illustrating the challenges of reconciling ambitious development with environmental and public health concerns.